This looks like emptiness. But something here is already freezing. Ice speaks before it breaks. You just have to listen closely. This isn't a small piece of ice, and it didn't freeze by accident.
The temperature is falling on purpose. Every degree is controlled. This is only one section, and it goes much farther than it looks.
This ice didn't freeze the way you think. It was forced to behave. Power is building here, but nothing is allowed to rush.
And this is where most people get it wrong.
This isn't a small operation. It's built to never stop.
Heat and cold meet here every minute. Balance keeps the system alive.
When these doors open, the temperature changes instantly. Inside, scale changes everything. People adapt. Machines dominate. Everything here moves forward, even when it feels endless. Uniformity isn't preferred here, it's enforced. Every hour, thousands of blocks begin here. Most are never seen.
But the number isn't the point. What happens next is.
The real story doesn't start here. It starts beneath everything.
Before ice takes shape, everything depends on what flows underneath. This is where the process really begins, long before anything turns to ice.
Not all water is the same. And ice remembers everything.
Every variable is measured. Nothing is assumed.
Bad water makes bad ice. There's no way around it.
Purity here isn't accidental. It's built in layers. Each layer removes something different. Nothing passes untouched.
Some things can't be filtered out. They have to be neutralized.
Purity isn't just cleaned, it's stabilized.
This is the result of patience. Clarity doesn't happen instantly. When the system agrees, no one needs to speak.
Only now is the water ready. Nothing has frozen yet.
Stillness is not natural here. It's engineered.
Freezing hasn't started yet. That comes next.
Now the shape is ready. The cold will do the rest. Before water enters, everything else must be perfect. Automation removes hesitation. Every motion is planned.
Nothing touches the water until this passes inspection.
Release is designed in advance. Nothing is left to chance. Temperature differences create stress. This step removes it.
Everything must agree on the cold. Even a small difference matters.
Position is checked before time. Errors are cheaper to stop early.
Millimeters matter here. The system never ignores them.
Once alignment is achieved, nothing interrupts the flow. This is the last moment of quiet. After this, everything changes. From here on, there's no manual control.
The cold ahead isn't natural. It's engineered.
Once these doors close, time works differently inside.
Filling is slow on purpose. Speed would trap mistakes.
Air is the enemy of clarity. It has to leave first.
Freezing is guided. It always starts from below.
Freezing from the top ruins ice. This is why it never happens here.
Clarity takes time. There's no shortcut through this stage.
Freezing demands power. But power here is restrained.
The cold doesn't rush. It settles in.
Balance is constantly adjusted. Even here, nothing is left alone.
Vibration would ruin everything, so nothing here is allowed to move. This is what control looks like. Nothing hidden inside.
Every crystal grows in agreement. That's where strength comes from.
This is the quietest moment. The ice is finished forming.
When the timer ends, the process doesn't rush forward.
Ending the freeze doesn't mean opening immediately. The system still waits.
When the chamber opens, the cold escapes all at once.
This is the result. Solid, clear, complete.
Even removal is controlled. Force is never used.
Gravity is respected here. So is weight.
Every block is verified. Assumptions aren't allowed. Perfection isn't assumed. Anything less is removed.
What passes this point is considered finished.
Cutting doesn't begin with force. It begins with alignment. The surface is finished last. Clarity has to be protected.
What happens next decides the final shape.
Contact is delayed on purpose. Precision needs a pause.
When the cut begins, there's no resistance. The cut leaves nothing behind. No cracks. No stress. Water is used carefully here, just enough to perfect the surface. Shape is refined here. Accuracy replaces excess. This is what the process protects. Nothing else matters.
Even invisible flaws are searched for. Clear doesn't always mean strong.
Approval is silent. Only failure makes noise. Once the rhythm is set, the system doesn't hesitate.
Cold changes everything around it. Even the air responds.
Sound reveals what eyes can't. Strength has a signature.
Uniformity isn't cosmetic, it's structural.
Once shaped, everything must line up again. No two blocks are allowed to differ. Uniformity is enforced here.
Once approved, there's no reason to slow down.
Packaging doesn't rush the product. It adapts to it. Before sealing, every surface is reset. The wrap doesn't hide the ice. It protects its condition. Heat is used carefully here, only where it's needed. Identification matters. Traceability is built into every block.
Every batch leaves a record. Nothing here is anonymous.
Handling stays consistent, even at this scale.
Storage isn't passive. Conditions are held, not hoped for. Here, time slows down. Everything waits.
Movement here is planned, even without people.
Nothing is stored blindly. Every position is known.
This environment isn't forgiving. It's controlled.
This ice may travel thousands of miles. Its conditions are protected the entire way.
Leaving the factory doesn't mean leaving control. The cold goes with it. Once inside, the environment never changes. Once sealed, the ice is on its own schedule.
The process doesn't end here. It simply leaves the building.
After all that control, it finally begins to disappear.
All this for something that disappears.
The factory doesn't notice the loss. It keeps going.
People are part of the system, but the system is larger than them.
Eventually, even the cold settles. Only the process remains.
In the end, what lasts is the system.
And this is frozen stillness.
If you want to see more real-world processes like this, subscribe for what's coming next.